Well, welcome to the July 16th Finance Committee meeting. Hugh Daly, I think, is going to be joining us. He can catch up when he gets here. So we have the minutes for approval.
Moved. Second.
Comments, corrections? Okay, I'll consider those approved. Treasurer's report, Dylan Jones.
This is, not final June numbers, but yeah, tweaking to go. I did put in there, I have not received it yet. I did hear it was in the mail. I'm sorry, it's still under the Williams College funds. But again, I'm waiting to receive them in the mail, but I did get an email from somebody at the college asking me if I wanted to pick it up or put it in the mail. I said, put it in the mail, so I haven't got it yet. So there is a number there. I actually don't know what the number we landed on was, so
Looks good.
What's in here is 38,572.
because I sent you two way they went out the,
Yeah.
so I wasn't sure.
It's the lesser of the.
Oh, is it? I might have put the
It's the
higher
lesser.
extra two in there.
Yeah.
It might be 37, not 30. Okay, and so what has happened in June is, there was a lot of truck repair that we normally do at the end of the year anyway. So that is a lot of the activity for June.
Did you say truck repair?
Yeah, we have, we have somebody come out in April and May, they go through all the trucks and they do, kind of a maintenance on them, like a upkeep scenario with.
Annual services on all the apparatus is
Yeah.
done, right? Typically,
Yeah, exactly.
they always did them in May.
Yeah.
And then in June, any repairs that need to be made that were identified during the process.
And that was all in budget.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I was on the budget.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all that's happened. The other things that are happening are working on the audit materials and also working with Chris and the tax assessment. So those are all going really well.
Okay, great. And when do you think we'll have the recap ready? Or when do they?
So I
It's only July now.
Yeah, I took all of my part. I talked to Chris yesterday. He was waiting on me, so I did my own conversation. He's gonna do his thing, his numbers. I think very soon, honestly, but I don't know where we are, but that was yesterday.
Yeah. Cool.
Meeting in August, or our August meeting,
Yeah, we'll do the recap.
when he comes.
So I've come to regard the recap as one of the most important documents this year. So I'd love to see a draft of it.
Yeah, and as you know, I'm under where we were last year on sort of budget. That's good. We got rid of our PO box, so hoping to try to get all that now here. And I just got, in regards to all this, working with Bruce, doing a great job. We got our April completely invoice, which I didn't, it's not in this report because I just got it the other day and paid it. So I have April and we're gonna get May.
We're working on May and June.
May and June.
It's been a struggle.
So that would help. I'll need those to.
I just got May.
Wrap up the end of the year.
We'll wait for your report then, maybe to, or both go through that. So looking to sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Okay.
kind of where things are.
So it looks like we came in about where we expected. So we're under budget. It looks like we could have free cash at the end of all of this.
I'm sure we
The
will.
tax receipts by the way, did catch up. So Fred had, and then and so it looks like we're gonna be under budget by a couple of thousand. That's it. Yeah. And then,
Yeah, that's what we expected and that's kind of where we're gonna.
that's where we're. Any other? Questions on this? Okay. How about on the cash flow, Richard?
Okay. Not much has happened there. So it's super nice. One weird thing did happen. I paid a Mountain One bill for insurance, and I mailed it off. And then I saw, which I didn't know what it was, a deposit into a bond account, and I was like, what is that number? I don't deposit money. And it took me a minute because I was like, I had to search like on my account of this $14,000 some odd dollars, and it turned out I mailed the check to Mount One. They saw the check and they put it in our account, and I realized that it was for our insurance payment. I reached out to Sarah there and I said, hey, why did you deposit this in our account? It's supposed to pay our insurance bill. Oh, it's because you didn't send it to the right address. Anyways,
Well, oh, so I see this, I actually had a question on that, so it's
Yes.
negative 14,287.
they deposited 14,000 into our account, which was really to pay our insurance bill that they
Uh-huh,
They have since taken it out and.
Two different addresses,
I will.
totally different addresses.
85 and 93.
Yeah.
It was made out to Mount
On one end.
Warren.
How do you deposit?
You have to.
One is the
Mountain insurance.
One goes to Mountain One Bank, one goes to Mountain One Insurance.
But why would they put it into?
Why would they put it in our account? It was addressed, the check was made up to Mount One.
Was it
One
Mountain
insurance.
Insurance is one.
It was an insurance payment though. not an
Anyway.
insurance, but-
That values it.
Just like you could send something to Raising Associates, there's 4 separate entities under that, and it's gotta go to the right account, but, so for future reference, Mountain One Insurance, you just, and if you have a question, ask myself or Don, Mountain One Insurance, on 85 Main Street, North Adams. And then there's Mountain One Bank, which is 93 Main Street.
What's made out to us? Like, you know, what I'm saying, it was made out to. I don't know why I got deposited into ours.
it's the other way around,
Yeah.
they put money into.
They
it.
put money into our account.
No, I understand.
Addressed to the check was made out to Mountain One, and they deposited it into
So-
Williamstown.
Well, we're not with us then.
It's a might be one, dog.
I understand what you're saying, but they probably just saw that it was from the Williamstown Fire District, so
I
they.
understand like kind of what happened, and but it's this, and.
Yeah, okay.
Taking the money out and, paid our insurance.
Okay, cool.
Is that your normal insurance, just not the construction insurance?
Mountain One is our agent, so, some of our bills are paid to Mountain One, and then they pay it to the respective. Insurance.
It's not builders risk.
No, this one was like, I think maybe workers' comp, it was, I think,
Okay,
no,
so-
it was not,
It's not a project.
no.
So the risk.
So at the
Yeah,
end,
well, it should be, yeah.
at the end of June, then we wound up with $1,089,000 in that bond account. And we're gonna hear about how much more do we have to go on construction, but the number I always keep track of is the retainage on the AIA. That's 747. So enough to cover.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Bruce will.
Anything else on the cash report? Okay. And the timing of the audit is what again?
I believe we had asked for September, and then September is the audit. Then I think we're, as long as like I get the stuff from Configly, I think I have to get one report from the town of Williamstown. And if I get those timely for my end, I should be able to get everything to the auditor perfectly and it's in their hands. They have access to our QuickBooks account, so they can go in and, look at things. And I think they were sending out questionnaires to, I don't know, Dave, you got one? They're supposed to send one to Chief and to you, I don't know.
The Adels?
Stevenson's?
I don't know, yeah, they were supposed to like a small questionnaire. No, that's okay. Chief said he didn't get one either, so.
No, I got mine.
Oh, you did get yours.
I sent mine back to them the day you sent it to me.
So maybe you should have got one too.
If you could, let us know monthly where they're at in their audit. That would be
Oh,
great.
okay. Okay.
Otherwise, I'd just like to know what their progress is
All right.
on a monthly basis.
Yesterday at the town, we were having a discussion on audits and I said, I know a guy who's like really on this stuff. So-
I don't like delayed audits.
Yes.
I don't.
Yeah.
They're useless when they're delayed. Useless.
Okay, anything more, otherwise we'll make.
No,
a
those-
motion.
those are the things.
So we haven't heard about construction and where we stand.
Yeah, no, construction wise, there's pretty much finished with touch list items. There's a couple things that are still outstanding. And tenants need to be installed apparently to make the garage doors fully functional. So that's still out there. And then probably a mini split type system for cooling in the data closet.
Oh, good.
So those are the two items that I know of. They're still kind of outstanding and in Consigni's court right now.
They're paid for both.
They are? No.
No,
Well, the project is good.
Correct. but this is not an extra cost to the fire district.
No, it will be.
Yeah.
The mini split will be,
I mean, it wasn't in the design.
It was not in the design. Okay.
even though we asked about it, and then they confirmed again that they said that it wasn't needed. And then we built it and they were like,
Who confirmed we didn't need it?
Yeah,
their engineer, the architect's engineer.
That's who should pay for it.
I said the same thing, but they disagreed.
I didn't hire an architect. I mean, we would have paid.
how big an item is that?
It's probably 12 grand.
Okay, and we would have paid for it in any event.
We would have, it would have been in the bid package, it probably would have been 10,
Right.
maybe. I'm just using rough.
Yeah,
numbers.
yeah.
It would have been less than what we're
Yeah.
gonna end up paying.
Yeah.
For sure.
So you asked about
The antennas are a complicated thing, the way the door. Mitchell specified a specific door opener, which we have. And they work apparently in most stations. They are discovering as we get into these newer type buildings that are much more tight. From a weatherization point of view, that they're starting to have issues with them as we have here.
Because
So,
the
I mean-
building's too tight?
Pardon me?
Yeah.
Pardon me?
I said, because the building's too tight?
And the doors,
Low E glass coating on the
Doors.
doors, all keeps the signal
What do you mean, a leak here?
out. They put an external antenna on the front of the.
oh, again, that's one of those that
Yeah.
we're gonna end up paying. Raynor did step up and they gave us an upgrade on the senders or whatever.
The receiver and transmitter. Which helped.
They upgraded all of that, it helped, but it's still, to push it over that last hump, we need to install these antennas. So I don't wanna leave some of this now.
we need to.
It's only in the front, believe it or not, the back is okay.
Now,
It's the
back
doors,
are different.
for now.
the doors in the front are much more robust, I guess. The back is pretty solid. I mean,
Back doors are different.
Oh, they did it.
yeah, they open no problem. Front, not so much.
So does that mean the building doors in the back aren't as efficient?
They're not as robust. They're a regular door.
Yeah.
Different door.
That's great, yeah.
Bobby's an electronic guy, I don't
Yeah.
know all that much.
Bobby, you believe all this?
Absolutely, with the glass in those doors,
Really?
you know, it's gonna reflect the signal.
Yeah.
So those are the two outstanding items that I'm aware of. There's a few other things that are consequently cleaning up. I mean, they're struggling. Currently, their PM left on maternity leave like 6 months ago, and she hasn't been around for that whole duration. So Mike Wood has been trying to pick up what she normally would be doing. And so this closing out is it's a struggle for him. That's all I can say about that. So I just did receive the May requisition, actually, like 15 minutes ago in my email. So I will distribute that, we'll get it approved, get that one paid, and Mike said as soon as that one goes through the cycle, he'll do the June one. So it's gonna take another couple weeks, unfortunately.
Well, that's it. I'm not right. I just
Which
wanted to
number
know
is
the
that?
analytically. So this is as of the end of March.
What number is it, 19?
I have this one as of April.
Yeah, it's 19. This one just got paid.
What does it say?
Balance to finish, is that what you're looking for?
Yeah.
On 20, it's 1.3.
You can have that if you wanted to have that.
Is that right here? Balance to finish plus retainage.
Well, all right, so the way I look at this is, the number I always key in is the percentage. So this is the amount that we're going to owe. The amount that we owe consignly at the end of this, if the whole back's been 4.17%.
Yeah.
So we've held back 700. Was it this one now, 750,000?
The retainage is just what's held back and then.
But you owe the balance too.
Well, we owe them the 750 for sure. And then,
What we owe right now is balance to finish including retainage.
yeah, but the 1,354,000, this I've always thought was a plug. Let me tell you why I say that, is that we contracted with them for a certain amount. They've been holding back the 4%. They've, I have to remember how much we, previous certificates, what we've already paid them is, I always have to remember how this flows through, but there's an amount. This project's supposed to come in under budget.
It will,
And so say this comes in under budget by 200,000.
that's not gonna do it.
The thing I understand is that this line. These are very confusing documents.
Uh-huh.
I hate. But at the end of the day, Bruce can tell you that the project's coming in under budget to the tune of approximately 500,000.
Right,
Plus, there will be some additional credits outside of all this. This is just the GCs.
This is the GMP.
Yes, the GMP, and you're gonna come in about 500,000 under.
I thought it was 9 credits for their solars.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you're not gonna be 500,000 under here. That money lives in other parts of my
All right,
budget.
all right, so let me ask you this one first, because
There's-
let me ask you the other way, is that how much more do we owe under this contract?
That line right there.
I mean, all right, so then, and I don't think that if that's true, then we're out of money in the bond.
The other money is the pledge money, right? The 1.1, that's how we did the whole.
Good point, fair
Yeah,
point, okay,
yeah.
fair point. So, so that's why I've been a little bit of a bug about this, is that, to go back to cash flow. So, and it has nothing to, over and above this, I mean, things to mitigate, if we, I don't think we're gonna find ourselves in this situation, but the mass or whatever the solar credits and what have you. But we have $1,089,000 in the bond account, and then Billy goes right, then there's the pledge account is fully earned, so we, so that really should go against the construction. Well, so $1 million, so where we would eventually expect to find 500,000, if we come in 500,000 under budget on this, then I expect that we're gonna wind up with an extra, the way this is working. Between the bond account and that pledge account, we should come in with an extra 500,000.
Yes, correct.
And,
That's the way it's.
yeah, and so when you say, so I'm trying to square this, is that, so say between those two accounts, we've got 40, we have almost $1.5 million in cash. And then you're saying that we have, according to this report, $1,354,000 to go in cash payments. So I'm just trying to square that with the idea then, so that would imply then that we would have an extra 100, not quite 150,000. So that doesn't square with the idea that we are under budget by 3.5, which is just saying by half. So,
If we go back and start with 22.5 million
mhm,
and then work back or work forward from there,
uh-huh,
that,
I think the project's gonna cost you 22. Right.
right. And yeah, I mean,
Between-
there's two ways to come at this, but if we come in at 22 and we have they see to do it your way, okay, that would imply that we're 500.
But
Okay,
we also.
so I'm trying to match that to
to
cash.
21.5 for bond proceeds. That's all we ever got, because. it was a-
Well, no, we reduced the bond amount by the amount of grants.
Yeah.
So we didn't borrow 22.5,
No, 21.
21.4.
Yeah,
And so,
that's why the bond proceeds are not covered, right?
no, but we had cash for that. So we had so, all right, why don't we do this in the next couple of weeks? This is exactly.
Here's your
the issue that I'm trying to square sources and uses. And you come at it through the uses, I come at it through a combination of the sources and the uses.
Okay.
And what I'm trying to square this all with is I'm expecting at the end of the day, we're gonna wind up with an extra 500,000, where I've been thinking that I was thinking that the underage of the 500,000 was the difference on this report is the report that I really live and die by, is this AIA report. It has a lot more information.
Well, that's just.
That's the
GMP,
contractor's contract.
That's all that is. That doesn't cover any of the soft costs, any of all the other stuff. That's all.
Right, no, I understand that, and a lot of the soft costs and stuff, and that's why this whole thing only ends up, including the change orders, to 18 million.
Mhm.
There was another,
Another 4 million.
another $4 million of soft costs and financing. Probably all the extra 20, 23 and 4, and stuff like that, so so you added what those people all been paid, right? And so this project is 18, so what I've been thinking where this 500,000 to the good was going to appear was that I know we owe them the retainage. I know we owe them whatever this new bill is. And then I think at the end of the day, what I was expecting was that this was gonna add up to, we were gonna owe them 500,000 less, so that the balance to finish, including the retainage, would wind up being.
No, you're gonna pay that full amount.
Okay, so then then we've got a disconnect, so, as if we've got $1,354,000.
It also includes now the add-ons or not yet?
So we can't both owe them $1,354,000 and be 500,000. And both of those things can't. So let's sit down and talk and figure out what the disconnect is.
Yeah, I think we just break it all on paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess.
Yeah, and hers has, so it's almost like you need to look at Bruce's budget,
Mhm.
who's been tracking everything through the project, because it's an all-encompassing budget. Not the AIA doc, which is
Okay.
a contract.
Well, so maybe I need an update on that. I haven't seen one of those. So if,
I did this one based through, application 1920 hasn't been processed.
Correct, yeah, I did.
so I think the bottom line is we have enough money to pay for it. We're gonna be under budget. It's just a question of by how much, and let's make everything square. It's right. Yeah, I've had this problem first. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
how much money you have left, so
well, so, yeah,
I have no
we've
idea,
got,
but I know how much money we're probably gonna pay.
yeah, so let's,
Well, definitely gonna pay out.
that's what the sources people and use. And let's balance. Okay, so let's report on that next.
Sit down with you and
Yeah.
show you what
really, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
how I arrived at what I got.
Sure. Okay. Well, I'm so glad. At least the issue is what can be, I mean, so I don't know if everybody understands what, in any case, there's a disconnect. Address it. Okay, fire hydrant discussion, we kind of talked about it, but is there a methodology then that can be replicated? for the
Chief, do you want
college?
to speak to that? If you have some-
So I mentioned before that, maybe we call it a service plan fee or something, but we can't really call it the fire hydrant fee because we don't own the fire hydrants,
Uh-huh.
even though that was the methodology that they used way back to determine what the payment was. I know your meeting went pretty good. You figured out what the average percentage of the budget was that they ended up paying. They're just gonna go by that and call it the Williams College service plan or something.
The theory is this, and Don and I know we spoke with Mike and Gina, is historically, if you just look through, it should equate to a percentage. So Billy Joe, if you look through like historically over maybe a sampling of 5 to 10 years, it should basically work out to, okay, it equates to like, I don't know, 2.4% of the total budget. It should fall in line with what we've been assessing them every year, if that makes sense. So then we can just say, and then we go to the college and just say, listen, it basically comes in right at about 2.4%. It's been like this every year. It's just 2.4% of our operating budget. And.
No
and-
fire hydrant numbers.
Exactly, but just to look at it and say, okay, every year it's been this, the budget's been this.
Yeah.
It should be like right there, 2.2, and I'm not too just fictitious, but 2.2, 2.3, 2.4%.
And I think somebody should have, nine.
Yeah, so
Uh,
that's it. And then, ideally, we can maybe draft something new and just say, 6.9, if that's what it is, 6.9%.
They were very comfortable with the percentage, otherwise we're gonna be involved in counting things that
Which,
we don't have any means to assess. What's in the college column, what's in the, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
they,
So we just said,
and they don't even know right now.
Right.
They actually have a water system, so I did go and look into it for the finance committee. And they're in the midst of a water system, evaluation and survey right now. That they said will be done by like the end of the summer, and they're like, come back in September, we'll tell you exactly how many hydrants we have, how many are on, college campus property, like, we can tell you that, probably not till September, because
Right.
there's been a tremendous amount of growth in town, and they've added dozens and dozens of hydrants that they put them in, but they're not adding them to the spreadsheet.
But
So-
what's the premise here? Is the premise that they are contributing to our budget,
yes,
our operating budget? And
Yes.
so we're looking for a methodology,
yes, and.
and we want to recodify.
Very
our
simplified
rankings.
Yeah,
methodology.
let me tell you where this came from.
Uh-huh.
Williams College was doing something interesting, 20 years ago. It was rapidly reducing its consumption of water.
Mhm.
All sorts of water saving technologies, et cetera. When you have water systems, they have high fixed costs. So as you reduce units consumed,
Mhm.
the high fixed costs don't change. They get spread along the rest of it. Williams College says to me, Don, figure out how to do this. So we came up with this gimmick that said it had something to do with hydrants. It has nothing to do with hydrants. But we,
What does it have to do with the fire district? You know? It,
Why were they ever paying this?
why were they ever paying? the fire district?
that came, that's 1923. Way before my time, believe it
I
or
mean, I
not.
can see why water
That's crazy to
utilization,
go.
that this would affect water and sewer department. I don't understand why.
It did affect water and sewer department, but they changed the traditional formula to reflect that in some fashion. I wasn't a party to it.
But sometime 100 years ago,
Yes,
the college decided to pay the fire district some money.
some money.
And they would rather it be based on, Billy Joe kind of looks how I think. But it is, yeah, but it is, so what they're agreeing to is that they'll pay some percent, and what's the percentage of our budget?
6.9,
Something like that.
I don't know if that's what we're gonna, is that what we're gonna continue to pay?
Probably, that's what it's
Yeah.
for.
You
Yeah.
have a chance just to go through and do a sampling of and say, yes, this is what.
No, I actually did, I did the last handful of years, and it's been exactly 6.9, exactly.
Yeah, that seems right.
Okay, and so can we do a new contract with them then, so that we don't waste everything?
It'll be a nice letter.
A letter of
Contract.
Memorandum of understanding.
Right,
Something
just
that-
a letter.
something that-
Somebody will send a letter
That
saying.
Gina might can leave to their next generation, how we do it.
And we'll paper it nicely and make sure everybody has it, something in the
Nice
file.
letter.
The problem is, the history of this is vague because the paperwork is vague. Ever since, and a lot of it's due with turnover of personnel, that just don't know where the documents are.
Yeah.
Literally, I think it was 1920 something.
Before that.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was 18 something.
Yeah,
Okay, but it's not based, yeah, I mean, the numbers are just small. The operating costs then, I mean, we're providing fire services to college as well, and they're contributing 6.9%.
I assume it's because
Well, we
college
also-
doesn't
we
pay
also-
the town anything, tax, whatever, and therefore we don't then get.
The college is the largest taxpayer in town.
Oh, they do.
Contributed, yeah, they pay $1 million out of the.
I think they're just being nice where they're still, observing this agreement that, yeah, this is 18.
No,
something.
I think it's great. I think it's great to write a letter, make it
Yeah.
round it out to 7%.
Yeah.
Put it to bed, it'll just keep coming in, it's fine. I think it's great they're living up to this 100 years.
Yeah, that they're so.
Right.
Exactly.
They don't have to do this, they're paying taxes.
Like our taxes say, it'll be also collecting the college portion in our tax rate, they pay also?
For what they pay taxes on, yes.
Oh,
They'll
okay.
get fire district taxes.
Oh, okay, so we get
For their non.
there and then, oh.
Like the stuff they own buildings on Spring Street that are not academic related.
They own them.
They own family
They
housing.
own-
And they own a lot of housing, there's
Oh, okay, for certain properties,
yes.
okay,
Education properties, not
Okay.
education tax,
okay.
which leads them to be the highest.
My
tax.
point is valid. My point is stands. I understand they're the biggest taxpayer.
But I'm
But
glad,
they,
I'm
yeah.
glad they're doing this, this is great.
All right, so we'll have this contracted and then we will,
And the
And then
operating
we-
budget excludes debt service.
Right,
Correct.
that service and also.
Correct. Oh, Fourth
No,
Street's-
forestry's in.
Oh, okay.
Fourth Street's-
It's such a small.
I mean, it is,
It's
so.
part of the operating cost.
And Don explained all that to them, the evolution of Fourth Street.
Right.
Like,
okay.
I think forestry's cheaper than lights, isn't it?
oh, yeah.
So they got a bargain.
Okay,
And we're showing it you've got it set up as receivable on.
I do, I don't have the right number in there.
I
No,
think he wanted to cut the check pretty quickly. Michael.
Yeah, it's in.
Oh, that's,
well,
okay.
yeah, actually, it's in the mail, I know.
Oh,
Might be going to that old PO box.
Got it yet, so I'm not, I'm a little.
Either that or Mountain One.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so that cleans up that stuff.
And the meeting was very gracious. No, we just.
Oh, no, it was
Yeah, we
great.
walked through it.
Yeah.
Just walked through it.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the sale of the building portion. This line share of this. So I thought we would have, I thought it was kind of an extra week between this meeting and when this actually happening. Our meetings are set based on the credentials meeting and their meeting soon. So, in any case, I have not taken a stab and I would actually like help in taking a stab at next step, but which was what we've done since the last meeting is Dave found a bunch of stuff. So he found a copy of the survey. We own 1/3 of an acre with great frontage on Water Street, but it's only 1/3 of an acre. And then he also somebody found the, tank removal stuff. Other stuff we probably want to do, or question for the group, should we go ahead and commission right now a level 1 assessment? And if so, who's gonna do that? Does that have to be put out for, I don't know, the procurement rules, so we can put that out?
It wouldn't have to be about the 4-year department. What I'm gonna make the motion on, I think we should table this to the next finance.
Okay, sure,
This discussion, to the next finance committee, meeting.
okay.
But I need to say.
Oh, well, I'll second. So, yeah.
I'll second.
Okay, so
Yeah, I think we should just table this to the next finance.
okay.
Do we?
That's fine. Is so then, the question becomes, the question is what would be the process of listing it? Okay, it works. Anybody have anything else? Do we have any public comment? Is anybody
Oh,
watching?
you want to vote on that motion today?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah. Motion made and seconded to table this next meeting.
Aye.
Aye.
All right.
It's okay. Any public comment or anything more from this group? Anybody watching?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn? Okay, we're adjourned.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.